check OBS. Yep. Okay, so it's just picked up that I am still streaming, and it's just reloading the stream, I guess. Well, that's slightly annoying because I was trying to keep hold of the streams all in one place. Like, it'd be nice if my stream all fitted into one upload, one video that you could watch instead of being split across two. Never mind. Don't know if that was my fault, my problem with my internet connection, or if it was a Twitch problem. I don't really know. I have to investigate that a little bit to see what's going on there. Anyway, let's do this last bit, and then we'll finish up after we get this last bit done. So we've got all the red cards that we need, all the common cards that we need. So now we need to do some insertion, but first we need to look up to see if the relationship already exists. So it's a user card that we'll need to make. Let's make a user card, which will take the user ID and the... Oh yes, now we need to iterate, first of all, the rarity cards. Yeah, let's do that. The rarity cards. Let's map these. This is the rarity card. And for each rarity card, in fact, I should join the rarity cards and the common cards together. So I think if I was to say rarity cards to the array plus common cards to array. Okay, and then we'll map those. So these are now just a card. So the user card, the relationship would be user ID, card ID. We don't have a card ID yet because we don't have a card yet. No, that's a lie. We do have a card ID. We've got C ID to string. Yep. And then we need a quantity. So we'll assume 1. Then we'll use that. Oh, actually, do we really need this user card? Because if we just call insert, we don't need it. But at the moment, we don't have any way to look up in user card if the relationship exists. Okay, I know what to do. We don't need to do this. Let's instead say r.table user card filter by user ID and card ID, which would be C ID to S. Okay, to A dot empty. This is the card exists. Okay, then we'll just say if card exists here will increment quantity, otherwise we'll do an insert user ID let's break this out because this is card ID. Okay, this is card ID and quantity will be 1 in this case. If it already exists, then we actually already want this thing here. We want this filter. We need to run this. Connection to a so it exists, we actually want to run this. I'm going to do it longhand to start with. So we'll do it again, but then we'll update and we'll set the quantity to be so is it empty? Yes, it is empty. So we want to say is it not empty? But I think I really want to use this because I'd like to know what the quantity is. But we're filtering, so we've got an array back. So I can map the array. Or I could just check its size and call the first one. Yeah, okay, so this is the query. Well, this is the result. To A. I think we'll just say if result to A. No, if result empty. If result is not empty, then let's get the existing quantity. Would be result dot first quantity as I, and then existing quantity plus 1. So every time we go around this loop, if we find a relationship that exists, we'll just increment the quantity, and if we don't find it, then yeah, so we need to run this connection again, and then we will, oh, that's insert. Okay, so on the update, we're going to need update result. We're going to need to return the fact that there's no errors. So I think I did this last time in somewhere. Was it in card repo maybe? Yes, here we go. If there was no errors, okay, if update result errors is 0, then we'll return a db success with what? Doesn't really matter what goes in here, I guess. I'll just say success. Otherwise, a db failure could not insert user card relationship. Okay, let's see what that does. Oh, we don't have sample implemented. That is a shame. Maybe we should go implement sample on RethinkDB. That means switching to the other project, implementing it. What I could do for now, let's make a note here and say go and implement sample API on RethinkDB driver. Instead of sample here, we're going to have to just get them all and to A them here. We'll get them all here. And let's take the 2A off here, and instead we'll say 2A dot. Pretty sure Crystal has got some sample. Crystal lang array sample. Array sample users. I returns n number of random elements from self using the given random generator. So random default. That'll do. We'll just do a sample of 5 to a sample of 25. So obviously it's much better to do the sampling in the database itself rather than pulling everything out and then sampling it off here. So we'll implement that. Common cards. Okay, failure. Only one. Oh, I know why. After this map do, probably not returning the size here. Okay, so this whole thing needs to be, yeah, so every time going round here, there's one map, here's 2 maps. So this needs to be a flat map, I think. And then it'll flatten this map. and the whole thing by the end of it should have a size, but we need to wrap that in a DB success. This whole thing is a result, and then we want to say DB success.new r.size, I think. Oh, R was a poor choice of variable. Res. It's going to have to be called res. Too tired to think about what it should be called. Res. What's going on here? Res. Do. Then another do. If else and. Oh, I see what the problem is. It actually has to go here. It's got 0, really? Oh, probably because I'm saying go round no times. No, that's not it. Okay. Oh, yes. I see. I'm not returning anything here. No, I am returning something. Insert is this insert, which gives back a DB success of user card. Let's put some stuff out here. Let's put N for starters. So we've got 1, that's good. Now let's P these cards out just to check we're getting some cards. We're not getting the cards that we expected. Why is that? Well, one reason is probably I missed the connection off when doing this create random cards. That's one option. Yes, I totally missed. No, that's a lie. This should be doing an insert. Create random cards. Let's card repo insert. Card repo insert. Okay. That's supposed to be inserting a whole stack of cards. Let's see what we get here. PR. So it kind of did look like it created all the cards. Let's check in the database. 8085. Data Explorer. RDB. Go Mac test. Dot table cards. Run this. What? There's no cards? What about users? So we've got a user. We just don't have any cards. Interesting. So what happened to create card? Why did card repo insert not insert my cards? I did say create random cards. This should have created the quantity of cards that I wanted and then mapped around each one. I did see them there, so I got the insert back from the database as well. So why are there no cards here? This doesn't seem right. It could be because I'm running all the tests and this test doesn't run until after. Okay, I've got a plan. Let's alias g test. Okay, so let's say camel and crystal specs user card repo spec line 33. Okay, now let's check the database. So we do have cards in the database. Common epic. Oh, I know why. I chose epic. Epic. No, I don't know why. I chose epic. We have epic cards in the database. Deck rarity. Oh, table cards filter rarity. Okay, let's take sample off here a moment in case that's doing something weird, and we'll just p these again, and we'll just run this individual test again. No, it's empty. Why is it empty? Our table cards filter by deck and rarity. Let's just put out the deck and the rarity. Angels and epic. That seems fine. Obviously done something stupid. Oh, I know what I've done. I've put description and deck the wrong way around. No wonder why it's not working. Okay. Yeah, so if I'd been using more types here, then this wouldn't have happened. So basically, when I'm creating, yes, when I say card repo insert, card repo insert, it's name, deck, rarity, description. Yeah, so it's name, deck, rarity, description. Spectators got 10. Okay, great. So we only got 10. I don't know why we only got 10. Let's pee these out again. I see. Angels. Attack, deck, description, health, ID, mana, name, rarity, epic. So I think these are all epics. Why are there so many epics here? Sample 5. Let's run that again. So we should be creating, okay, so it's only creating the epics. So the, oh yes, look, a typo. No wonder why. Yes, okay, now it makes sense. It's very easy to make a typo when you're tired. That's when they're just trying to get the test to pass. Okay, awesome. What is this thing? Expected char. So while we're creating these cards here, we've got some problem. Probably because common isn't one of the rarities that we're looking for. Okay, let's sample this at 25. Okay, so in our UI, in the, oh yes, we need to register because I nuked the database. Let's go register again. Name, password. Let's register. Okay, admin. Let's create angels, legendary, 50 of those. Yes, okay, I see. Could not apologize once. So we don't really have common. Let's inspect this. Network. Let's just run this again. Let's get down all of the rubbish to the actual errors. Right, what was the error here? We think connection data parsing connection response at 1.8. Yeah, exactly the same problem. Okay, so the generator also doesn't like this. If we restart this, I'm wondering what's going to happen. Yeah, it starts fine. Okay. So we didn't change the generation. So let's go back and check it. So for post generate, we just say generate random cards, deck, rarity and quantity, generate random cards on the card repo, generate random cards, name, deck, rarity, description, and then we get those back as a card. Don't see any issue there at all. Must be on insert. So when we insert the card, we have name, deck, rarity, description, cards to H, connection, firmware ID. Don't see any problem there either. User card repo spec. Yeah, well, I guess there's an issue somewhere with the insert. because this is saying unexpected character dot on the post. That's a 500, it came back. And then it's saying there's a mapping error in the JSON. And here it's saying nillable true. It's really hard to read this. What's this? Line highlight 188 in what's this? Connection CR. Connection CR. Yeah, 188 in connection CR. So from JSON, so it's definitely a JSON parsing thing. But where do we do it? Where do we do this stuff? Connection. Let's go down to the bottom. Root handler, WebSocket. Wow, this thing's huge. Line number column. Okay, so let's go and inspect some things here and there. So we know that we couldn't parse the JSON we were getting back from generate because it just gave us a blow up. And let's go check what's in the database right now. So in Gomek dev, what have we got? Deck Angels, Rarity Legendary. That's what I asked for. What have we got in users? Got my one user. What have we got in user card? Nothing, so that's all cool. So clearly I've just done something stupid, but what have I done? Let's run the spec again. Unexpected char at parse JSON parser. User card repo 1222. User card repo 1222. Common cards. Filter deck rarity common. I can't see this being a big problem. Oh. Maybe it didn't find any common cards and sample blew up. Let's do this. Okay, so it just blew up looking for common. What's wrong with looking for common? Why isn't it like common? If I put epic here, what happens? And then we find them. I think it's blowing up on the filter here. It doesn't like when I put something that doesn't exist. It should find nothing. It should be empty. That was empty. Why is it blowing up on common? That's fine. If I put a capital C, Well, this is extremely weird, isn't it? I don't really understand why it's blowing up when I put a capital C. It's so strange. That is strange. Maybe it's something to do with the driver. Let's go to the database and try it. Let's go GOMEC test card. Cards. Right. Rarity is common. Okay, let's filter this. Okay, let's give me. I think I have to do it this way. Give me a deck of angels. Okay, good. Give me the rarity of epic. Ten rows. Okay, now let's change this to common. Well, that works. So what is it about doing it here that doesn't work? Deck, rarity. Maybe I'll just do it this way a second. Just to check. I really don't understand why that's causing a problem. It's probably obvious. I'm probably just really tired and I can't see the issue. Result table, user card filter, user ID, card ID, rarity, run connection. Nope, it looks totally fine to me. It looks fine to me. I created a whole bunch of common cards. It just doesn't like a filter. If I put an S on the end, what's going to happen? How can this be? It's that word. It's the word common. It can't handle the word common. What if I put one M? Like this. Nope, I really don't understand why it doesn't like common. Well, let's change this to regular. Let's go back to the card refill spec. Change this to regular. Just run it again. Same kind of issue. Let's switch these around a sec. And let's only give 30 regular. So we did fine with 30. Maybe the random generator isn't doing the right thing. Okay, I've got a theory. I think the random generator is generating either a name or a word which the database doesn't like. Okay, so I think that's the problem. I think Faker is returning something weird, and the more data, the more you see. Okay, let's print out what these things are. This is name. Name is this. Let's p that out. Word. Let's call it word. Is that? Let's make this word. So the dangers of using randomly generated data. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's causing the problem. I thought I was really going crazy there for about 5 minutes. Or maybe longer. Time has warped into a weird shape at the moment. Okay, let's go back to common. It's obviously not to do with the word common. It's actually to do with the number of so the insert actually would tell us. I think the insert worked. Yeah, the insert worked, but something was weird about the data. Alright, anyway, so 50 common. Let's go back to the user card repo. Let's change this back to common. I'm not going to look at the common cards. Let's just sample these at 25 again. Right, let's run this. Right, so something did blow up. And let's just have a look at this data here. Is there anything weird here? I wonder if it doesn't like these punctuations. Okay, I'm going to change the name in the random generator to be word as well. Let's create 2 separate words here. Let's try again. Oh, yes, sorry. Lorem word. Yeah, this seems a lot better. Yeah. So I guess we fell foul of the randomness of the data. So G test, this should be passing. Now we're very close. We're at the end game nearly here, reaching the end. So the test is passing. The final state here is to go and check user card repo. So create cards for user that has created us the expected cards. This for the simple case. So let's just go and hook that up to the dex thing here. So let's say on success we want to do this. Actually, before we do that, we want to say on success and okay. So now we're going to say card repo. Create cards for user. This is actually user card repo. Create cards for user and UI dex create cards for user takes user ID, deck, rarity, and number of decks. User ID, decks, so user ID, deck rarity. I think that's going to be deck. I think UI decks rarity, and I think UI decks amount or quantity. I can't remember. Let's check. So this is purchase decks quantity, deck rarity quantity. This returns an int actually. This is just a res, which we don't really care about. And what should we return? We're actually on the API decks, and that actually happens when you're in the shop. So you say buy, and there's nothing to reload here really, so I guess for now we'll just say UI page, and we'll just return a done here. That's enough. Right, let's see if that works. What's this? Undefined local variable method, user card repo. Yeah, right, good point. We do need to bring in a user card repo here. New connection. Okay, let's fire this up. No, the matches string to string. Okay, yes. So also we need to change this last quantity to be in a number. Yay, it's loading. Okay, here we go. Some exciting stuff's about to happen. Let's reload the page. Right, so I'm going to say, give me Insane Angels. Give me one deck of Insane Angels. Actually, before I say that, let's just check the admin panel. Oh, something died. What died? What died? Parsing. Oh yes. I need to recreate a database. There's some junk left in there from when we had that problem with the fake GDB. Yeah, we had a problem with the fake data, which got stuck inside the database. So let's restart this. Go to register. Quickly go register. Register. Go to admin. Right, generate me Insane Angels. Okay, give me 50 Insane Angels right now. Oh yes, 50 Insane Angels. Right, so now I should be able to go to the shop and purchase one deck of Insane Angels. Could it work? Could it even work? Oh my god, it works! So good. Yeah, so let's go check the database. Go make dev, stitch that. This is user card run. Yes, there we go. Card ID, quantity, user ID. So these are all the cards associated. Why have I only got 5 though? I probably got 5 epic. We got 5 insane because I bought 5 insane. What happened to all my common? Yeah, well the test said I got. Yeah, I don't have enough. That's not quite right. I've got my 5 guaranteed, but what about all my other ones? Let's check again. Go mech. Purchase decks. Create cards for user. That'll be 1 deck of quantity and rarity. So create cards for user should have come in here. And it should have said for my 1 deck I know the problem is I don't have any common cards. I didn't make any. That's why. So that comes back to the tasks that we had. So let's just check these tasks then, because I'm about to call it a night. So I did that. I wrote the prod code for insert users. I still haven't finished the specs. I haven't added common, but when I do, that will fix the issue that we just saw. I haven't done delete and I haven't done the bulk, so those things are all outstanding still. But that is a good start. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I'm going to go and sleep, and hopefully tomorrow we'll progress hard through the rest of purchase. It's really close now, and then a couple more nights and I think we'll have the full purchase thing all worked out, and after that we'll have the collection screen, so you'll be able to see all of the cards you purchased, and you'll start to be able to build decks of cards from the ones that you own. Then after that we'll be on to the actual game mechanics themselves, and then we'll do another iteration round again and go and add all the stuff that's missing from the cards, so all the effects and any other properties that we need to round out the game. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Bye bye.